Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a pack of Boston butt steak that I had gotten in my food pantry haul. And I looked online today for a really good recipe of how to make these. As I don't believe I have made these, at least I know maybe not within the past 15 years. If I did make them, I am totally drawing a blank in my head. But I found a really easy recipe in All Recipes that I do want to try. I think there's about 7 steaks in here. I'm not going to make all of them. I'm actually going to make probably 4. And I'm just going to show you how this recipe goes. Like I said, it's a simple recipe. It just requires some tomato ketchup and water. The lady uses some garlic. I'll be crushing up some garlic. I'm also going to be using some extra seasonings like parsley and cilantro, and for a little boost, some crushed red pepper. And first we're going to be frying up these steaks for 4 minutes each side. So let's get frying. I have some crushed garlic in the bottom of this Dutch oven. And this is the first 2 butt steaks that I have frying. The recipe says 4 minutes each side. And you season both sides with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, which is what I've done. And these 2 will be going in right into here. I'll be frying up, actually there's only 2 more in the pack. I thought there was like 6 or 8, no, there's 4. So the other 2, I'll be doing the same thing. Season both sides with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then frying them up on one side for 4 minutes, the other, and then add them all into this pot. So you see, on top of the first 2 butt steaks, I have some sliced onion. When these 2 are done being fried on both sides, I will be placing them 2 on top of them, and I'll be adding some more onion on top of these 2 steaks, and then I will be mixing up the ketchup and water. But prior to that, I'm going to be adding my seasonings on the steaks, and I'm going to be going with some oregano, some cilantro. I got some crushed red pepper, parsley, because definitely I think garlic powder and salt and pepper alone, no, needs some more flavor. But yeah, so about 2 more minutes, I'll be flipping these over. And once I have them both in here with the rest of the onion on top, I'm going to mix up the tomato ketchup mix and show you how this actually will turn into the sauce for them. I may have to actually double the recipe, since the original recipe is for 2 steaks, so I'm probably going to have to double it, but still, we'll check it out. Alright, so I doubled the sauce recipe to use 4 cups ketchup and 4 cups of water. That was the last little bit of ketchup that was actually in the container before I threw it away. So it says to simmer it and then bring it to medium-low for roughly 2 to 2.5 hours. I'm going to bring this up to almost to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce the heat. So you can see I added my oregano leaves, my parsley leaves, my crushed red pepper, and cilantro. Like I said, I'm going to bring this up to a low boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to a medium-low. Now, like I said, the recipe says it takes about 2 to 2.5 hours. I'll be checking after an hour to see how tender the meat is. And I will be making a vegetable and mashed potatoes to go with. So, yeah, let me get this up to a bit of a boil, and then I'll be turning it right down. So I just turned this down to a medium, and I'm going to let it go for 1 hour. I'll check back on it in an hour. I will turn the steaks over and rotate them, and then check it and see. Because really it's done when the steaks start falling apart, when the meat starts falling apart. So, I mean, that could honestly, depend. May not take 2 hours with mine. So, once again, rule of thumb for me is check after 1 hour, and we'll see how the steaks are, and I'll adjust it accordingly. Well, guys, I didn't record us eating simply because Ronnie said he just did not feel like being recorded, and I respect that. It was a really good meal. Definitely, the longer you let the meat simmer in that sauce, the more tender it gets. You want it to be where the meat literally falls off the bone. It's a very easy meal, and yeah, I genuinely cannot remember. I'm pretty sure I never made these before. I could be wrong, but if I honestly can't remember, then it was probably quite a few years ago since I made them, because I really don't remember doing so. Butt roast, but not the actual butt steaks. So this is a easy recipe that I found on All Recipes. And yeah, it was pretty good. Definitely the key to the steaks being super tender, just let them cook on medium low for at least a minimum of 2 hours, and they should fall right off of the bone for you. So if you like this video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit my subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell for all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Have a good evening, and I'll see you all on my next one. Good night.